What is going on, guys? Today we have got Objective Musa inbound for Winter Wildcard Team 2. It's an 86. He is in the Turkish League, so not necessarily the major league that we all want, but he's got a good amount of pace, and we definitely can take that. Obviously, with that pace, we don't have to worry about too much in-game, as obviously we can go with a finisher. Objectives straight into there. We will look at the team and how to set this up, and again, another squad battles card, squad battles or rivals. I like that it's all semi-pro, but predominantly most of these can be done in rivals pretty easily. So let's have a look. Score 8 goals using forwards, pretty simple. Assist 5 goals in squad battles, semi-pro or rivals. Score using players with a minimum shooting in 3 separate games and win 7 matches. The one thing I will say from this, in the past 3 or 4 objectives, all of them have been relatively easy to complete with rivals with your normal squad. So realistically, we've got 8 goals we've got to score with a striker, pretty self-explanatory. Assist 5 goals, the minimum 80 shooting. We'll have a look at the examples. If you're looking for coaching service, foot champs, rivals, or just looking for generic coins, 100k, 500k, a mil, I recommend using Sky Coach at skycoach.gg. Link will be in the description, and make sure on your checkout to use the code JT11 for a discount on your order. I can imagine pretty much most strikers should have the 80 shooting by now, and then obviously win 7 matches. So the beauty of all of this, obviously with Musa, is the fact that if you go into your rivals, for instance, we look in rivals now, we need the 8 wins anyway. So regardless, you can do all of this. This is obviously just a squad to kind of utilize Ronaldo until the World Cup cards have gone, which I think is in 4 days, 23 hours. But for instance, flashback Ronaldo, 84 shooting. We'll then look at Mbappe, 89. Obviously, if you wanted to go further down, flashback Messi has 81. 78 for Kessie, so he doesn't count, nor Tchouaméni, and then obviously Terrier counts. If we look at the bench, Lewandowski does, Richarlison does, even Modric does. Di Maria, Barkley, then we've got the right mid, Brolin, Sterling, and then a lone Ronaldinho. In terms of most strikers, I feel like pretty much all of them should have the ability to have 80 shooting. I would be very, very surprised who doesn't at the top level. If we look a bit further down, I'm just seeing if anybody at this top level doesn't have 80, because the big thing is it's got to be minimum 80 shooting without any chemistry style. So if you've got somebody with, like, for instance, Musa, 99 pace, say he had 79 shooting, but you whack the finisher on that gives him 86, it's got to be 80 on the actual original card. And as you can see, even 84 have it. We've even got a gold Griezmann that has 83 at the minimum. So any striker pretty much will do. Midfielders might be a little bit more tricky, so always make sure that you are grinding through that. And in terms of everything else, it is pretty self-explanatory with him. There's no actual kind of objective that's trying to kind of catch you out here. It's the 8 goals with a forward, 5 assists. Then we obviously have the 80 shooting, 3 matches, and then a win 7. Absolutely fine by me. In terms of Musa himself, let's have a look at this card. A 4-star, 3-star. We'll get him up on Footbin as well, just to see if there's anything that we are missing with him. We did obviously get Bailly as well. We've got Adama, very nice. We've got, where is he? We've got Varane as well, very, very nice. Benzema in centre mid. So Musa is a 4-star, 3-star. Has the ability of right mid, right wing, and left wing, as well as a striker. So you can't actually see that on the game, but it is actually an alternative position because he was a 72 silver before this, a right wing. In terms of what you're looking at in terms of kind of pace shooting and all of that, we've got very good agility balance, a nice little bit of a nugget there. 75 composure, not the greatest. Great jumping and stamina. So realistically, we are probably... Would I go with a finisher for him? Because a finisher's obviously going to get up more dribbling. It would give his agility balance to 99, but I don't know if I'd want to go with that. If I change the monitor over to Footbin, as we can see, if we go with a finisher, obviously you get the big shooting increase, and that's probably what I would say is the best one for him. I don't think even if we refresh him, we've got any votes yet. Obviously, it's brand new to the game, but I would say finisher's probably got to be the best one, mainly for that plus 15 on the finishing. It's a nice free card if you want to go for somebody in the Turkish league. Obviously, objectives and all of that good stuff would be more beneficial for him, as I think in terms of the Turkish league, he actually is well, Icardi, in fact, is there as well. We've got Weghorst as a 87 centre-back that's pretty sick. And then we do have Ozil as an SBC. So he predominantly is going to be the best one to get as the striker. Like I say, the finisher is going to be absolutely wonderful for him. 98 finishing, as well as maxing out that 99 agility balance, which is absolutely sensational. So in terms of that, we have no traits on him, unfortunately. He has had a plus 14 from his original base card, and just a very easy card to do. I would recommend 100% going with that forward in the rivals, and then obviously squad battles assists. We then have the 3 matches in a row, and you've got to get the 7 wins anyway. Predominantly, I would just go for the assists first and let everything just come naturally. You want to go for the win 7. I believe in 7 matches, you definitely should have 8 goals, 5 assists, and 3 goals with a minimum 80 shooting. I don't think there's any way to get that win 7 and not do it unless you manage to get a rage quit 7 games in a row and not manage to score 1 extra one, or manage to not get 5 assists in that. Very, very easy one to do. I think it's a big dub for Musa. Honestly, not much more I can tell you there. Very nice card indeed. I think the stats inside, great pace increase. The dribbling's a nice little balance there with the 97 agility balance. That is something you wouldn't see just off the base, because obviously everything else is a little bit on the lower side. You obviously don't need any pace increase, so Chem style can be focused more on that finishing. The only problem with the card will be that composure. But, like I say, this card's not going to go into the main team. He maybe could be a super sub at times, but more than likely would go into an objective squad rather than anything else. So, realistically, I think it's a big dub in terms of the card. If you look at the in-game stats, if you look at him as a whole for who's going to be your striker, I can imagine a lot of people have more strikers than what this Musa is. I think you could go with a lot of golds, and they would give you better links because of obviously how the chemistry works than what Musa is personally going to do. And I think that gives us all of everything for the objectives this week. We've only got manage 1. I think we've got... Is this an extra one? I think this is an extra one as well. We've got the Winter Wilds Cup, so we'll have a look at that in a second. Let me know down below if you are going to be completing Musa. Another quick check, actually. There is no tokens on Musa, so that is a big blessing if you are looking for tokens. Make sure you are looking at Silver Stars, all of the objectives, and SBCs going forward, and make sure you get your winter winnings done very, very soon. But apart from that, let me know down below what you think about Musa. I think it's a solid card, just not necessarily great for any actual rivals teams or foot champs. He is going to be more of an objective card. Let me know down below. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.